Hey, Flexcast, we back with another guest, man. And I told y'all we had something real special coming for y'all. I never lie. I'm glad this brother's here. I'm glad he had time to come by. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then we're going to get into what he does and why he's here talking to us today. Go ahead. Tell the people who you are and where you're from, man.
My name's Ik Enempkali. I don't know which count I'm supposed to look at, but my name is Ik. Originally from Austin, Texas. We grew up in Pflugerville, Texas.
Okay. Everybody clap it up for Ik, man. We got him in the building. And for those of y'all who don't know, I want to say 2019, right? That was the last year with the Jets, right?
No, Oakland.
Oakland. I apologize. Let me get
2018.
Let me get that right. So, former NFL defensive end. Everything that I've seen on every level, not just NFL. I watched college clips, and I watched some before that. Everything says you were a dog. You were somebody that you always had to watch on the field. If the quarterback took his eye off you, they don't tell him where you could come from. I think one of my favorite plays I saw of yours, you had a strip sack on Indianapolis.
Okay, yeah.
Tell us about that play. In hindsight, in the moment, like talk to us about it, because I know you remember. It was a big play.
No, it was definitely a big play. It was my rookie year.
Yes.
And I was a 6th-round draft pick. So 6th-round draft picks, they're always on that line, right? So you always got to find a way to stand out. Okay. So they put us in. It was fourth quarter. Okay. So yeah, I went out, closed the game. I think it was a third and 12, third and 19, some
third and long.
And yeah, man, I did what I did best, put my hand in the ground, and I was able to strip the ball. So it was a big moment for me.
Would you say that's your biggest career play, or is there something that kind of shines brighter than that?
Man, honestly, for me personally, was my first game I started.
Okay.
The first time I earned a starting spot with the Buffalo Bills. That was my biggest moment for me.
Okay.
So stepping on that field, we're playing Indianapolis Colts. Matter of fact, Buffalo Bills versus Indy. So that was my biggest moment for myself.
All right. Now I got to ask you, because we kind of talked about this when we were texting, but who are some of your favorite DEs all time? If you had to name like 2 or 3 that you were like, man, those guys did the damn thing. Like
my favorite DN was Dwight Freeney.
Okay, that's a good one.
Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis.
Okay.
I'm
waiting to see if you name any of mine.
And name any of yours?
Yeah.
Who's some of your favorite DN?
I really liked Reggie White.
That was like Reggie. Love Reggie.
I liked who else did I like? JJ Watt.
JJ Watt.
JJ Watt was a dog. Von Miller is actually a homie of a homie. So Von Miller for sure.
No, I love this game.
Von Miller is crazy, yeah.
For me personally though, because me and Dwight, we had like kind of the same stature. He was a shorter DN, more stocky. The spin move was his move. So I really related with Dwight, and I love the way he approached the game. His get off was crazy, and just he was just a savage on the field. His mentality too. So,
man, I loved all the players you named. I think that's a special position, and you did the damn thing every time the ball was snapped, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun to watch your clips, and I'm glad you're here. We got some stuff to talk about.
All right. Right, I'm over here thinking in my head, what is a defensive end?
Oh yeah,
what does Odell do?
Explain it for the people, because we got some people on our podcast that watch football and some that don't know. What does the defensive end do in the lineup?
So on the defensive line, defensive end is part of the defensive line, right? Defensive line comprised of defensive tackles and defensive end. Mm-hmm. Defensive end is supposed to set the edge of the defense. We're like the perimeter. So we're on the end of the defensive line. So if you see the offensive line, the big fat guys that are protecting the quarterback, on the other side of them is the defensive line. Okay. And we're on the end of that defensive line, usually with our hand in the dirt. But now the game's evolved. A lot of defensive ends, they're hybrids. They can play outside linebackers. They're usually standing up.
They're standing up now.
Yeah. But they're the guys that go attack the quarterback. They set the edge. They're the big nasties on defensive end too. So
interesting.
Yeah. That's the reason he's trying to get. That's the reason he's trying to get the ball. Let me put it in their terms. He's the reason the quarterback was trying to get the ball to Odell quickly.
Got it.
Quickly. We try to close in. We try to compress the pocket and cause a lot of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, we headhunters.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You was explaining, and I was like,
for real?
What? Yeah.
I was trying to do my best to break it down. I
was trying to put a picture. You said the big guys. I'm like, okay, I know who they are. I know what they do.
We're on the opposite side.
We're on the opposite side. Okay.
Yeah, on the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense now. It makes sense. I don't know much about football,
it's all good.
So I'm trying.
I know. I only know about Odell. I know nothing else.
She
I don't know
Odell
nothing else. Unfortunately,
she want to marry you.
I would. I would.
You would. It's a long line.
I know. Unfortunately,
you got to find a way to stand out, right? That's why you podcasting. Your podcast is gonna blow up.
Hopefully he see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come talk to us. I don't know.
I don't know how my husband would feel about that.
Maybe
Whatever.
maybe it'd be a
Whatever.
friendly situation. I don't know.
That. Well, for our listeners who don't know, what is UIU?
Yeah.
And then second question, what has your role been and how have you seen it grow?
So UIU is an acronym. It stands for Umibo Unite. Umibo Unite means the children of Igbo land unite. It's a nonprofit organization. It was started in Atlanta, Georgia, probably 19 years ago, almost going on 20. It's since then grew, and we have 19 chapters coast to coast from California all the way to New York. So we're a nonprofit organization. We really focus on doing a lot of networking within the young professional organization, and we do a lot of promotion within the culture. So we try to promote the culture. We don't want it to die. Do things like Igbo classes, different cultural events. How to get married, naming stuff, a lot of different things within the culture. But we try to connect as one. But we're open to everybody. But anybody who joins us understands that we're promoting the culture.
Absolutely. And I've been to a couple of UIU events, man. They're good people. They do stuff like what he was talking about, and then they also have fun. They'll throw skate nights. They'll throw hikes. There's a convention coming up. I believe it's in Dallas, I want to say.
No, it's in Oakland.
Oakland, I apologize.
Yeah.
There's a convention coming up where they're actually going to like have a whole weekend for like UIU, young professionals, and so they do a lot of good work. And
that's dope.
Yeah, IK's been a part of that. He's a homie of a homie as well. Our friend Zenas, she's also a part of UIU. So shout out Zenas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
To answer your other question though, my role within UIU is I'm the president. So I founded UIU in 2018.
Okay.
And I've been the president since then.
Right.
Yeah.
And is that the president of
the Austin chapter?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just needs some clarification on that.
I got you.
Is the Austin chapter the newest chapter?
No. The newest chapter would be,
or at least in Texas, maybe.
In Texas, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In Texas,
yes.
the newest.
Yeah.
So we gotta build it up, man. Because
for sure.
From what I understand, the Houston and Dallas chapters are already pretty established.
Yeah. Pretty established, and really, really huge chapters.
Okay.
Austin, we're a smaller chapter, but we're still trying to grow.
Are we smaller because we have a smaller African population compared to like Houston and Dallas?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna have to ask my friend about that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely put y'all. I'll send y'all membership if y'all want to become members. I can send y'all info.
But it's pretty interesting, even for like the Nigerian culture, to have something for all of them to come together and help them grow.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
We have a big event coming up in Dallas. It's called Texas Takeover. It originated from Austin. So it's to pay homage to high life music. So high life music is some of the oldest Igbo music, traditional Igbo music that was in Igbo land, and we just pay homage to all the high life singers that kind of paved the way to what y'all know is Afro beats now.
Yeah.
Right.
Before it was high life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we it originated in Austin. Now we combine Dallas and Houston, and we're gonna have a big weekend in Dallas. 3-day weekend.
And we'll post the info for that. There's definitely that's been announced. So all the listeners for the Flexcast, we'll post that info in this interview, and you guys will be able to go see if that's something you'd like to attend. They have a good time. They put on a good show for sure.
That's awesome. I didn't know that Afro Beats was originally
from High Life.
High Life. Okay,
Yeah.
so the more you know.
Yeah.
So speaking of knowing anything, is there any other ventures that our viewers and listeners should know coming from you?
Not so, a passion of mine after I got done with football was real estate. So I jumped into real estate head first, as soon as I had the opportunity to. So I'm in real estate development, commercial real estate development. I work as a developer right now for different companies, and I serve and help them with site acquisitions.
Okay.
My company name is Acre Partners.
Okay.
So we're not fully launched on development right now. I'm just providing services for developers.
Okay.
But commercial development is what I'm into right now. Affordable housing is a niche I'm in.
You're in a great place for that.
No,
we
really
need,
is.
we need, we need
Yeah.
as much of that as we
Yeah.
can around here, man.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, what's been harder, real estate or football?
That's a great question. I would say real estate's been harder for me.
All right.
It's been harder. And it's just, I guess, the transition. I guess I'm in that transition. But football for me came quite natural to me. You know what I mean? Though obviously I didn't
Or
come
maybe
out
getting to the NFL.
getting to NFL.
Yeah.
Because
that's not natural, man. You did something really
Right?
special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you do it for so long, it just becomes part of you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Real estate was different. I'm having to learn everything from scratch, you know, and it's different. It's getting out here in commercial development as a minority, especially as a younger guy. you know, it's different. You have a lot of hurdles to jump through to be able to get to where you're trying to get to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, man, we're rooting for you. Anytime you want to come by, please do.
Appreciate
If you got, if you have real estate stuff to talk about, or if you have sports stuff to talk about, you're always welcome. You're a friend of the podcast now. I want everybody to clap it up for IK, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break to get our next guest situated, but Flexcast, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Yo.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Good. Hey.